I haven't been watching movies lately because I'm getting tired of all of the brain dead stupid in these movies. Because I like comic book movies, I like pop culture movies, I like sci-fi movies, I like fantasy movies, I like all these genres. And the problem is, all of these movies, all of the genres of these movies that I like are full of brain dead stupid. I even watched Damsel, which was full of brain dead stupid. It's like, I can't deal with this anymore. So someone had suggested the movie The Menu. Now, The Menu isn't really my kind of movie, but I figured, what the hell? At least it won't be full of brain dead stupid. Boy, was I wrong. I, I, I had made a video a while back covering Spider-Man No Way Home. And I had made an offhand comment going, Spider-Man No Way Home is the most broken movie I've ever seen. Apparently, that line entered the ethos, and Hollywood went, hey, Jaded, here, hold my beer. Let me show you how broken a movie we could make. And they gave me The Menu. This movie literally invalidates itself in every way. It is the most badly written, badly plotted movie I've ever seen. It invalidates its own premise. This movie actually establishes, here's the premise of the movie. And we are now going to spend the rest of the movie establishing how bullshit that premise is. So what's the premise of this movie? We have a chef named Slowick. Now, apparently he's burnt out. He's done. He's had it. He's lost his passion for cooking, and he's upset at how the artists that are chefs have been exploited. So he's mad. He's upset over he's being exploited and that he's lost the passion for cooking. And apparently, because of this, he's going to kill himself. And not only is he going to kill himself, he's going to kill his staff, and he's going to kill some people. And I'm going, hey, Slowick, somebody needed to show Slowick the movie Burnt, and that other movie, the actor that plays Happy in the MCU, he did a chef movie where he ends up owning a food truck. Was that called Chef? Anyway, yeah. So somebody needed to show Chef Slowick the movie Chef or Burnt or any other number of movies about chefs. Hey, Slowick, instead of having gone to go see that actor's dumbass movie, somebody should have shown Slowick the movie Chef and realized, oh, wait, I don't actually have to kill myself because I've lost my passion for cooking. I could actually just leave this 5-star restaurant, which I consider a prison, and I can just cook for my passion. What a shocker! No, apparently you got a chef who's so brain dead stupid. His only solution is to kill himself, kill his staff, and kill random people and not only that, with no viable outcome. Because nobody's gonna know why you did it. It's not like Slowick left a suicide note. It's not like Slowick explained to anybody that he didn't kill why he's doing it as a message or as a message or a note. No, they all die. He blows up the restaurant. The police and the fire department are going to come the next day and they're going to go, gee, I wonder what happened. I don't know. So the whole point of him doing everything that he's doing has absolutely no outcome, has no value, because nobody's going to know why he did it. And nobody's going to go, oh, gee, look what we're doing to these chefs. Look how we're exploiting them. Look how we're making them lose their passion for cooking. Nobody's going to know, and nobody's going to understand why they did it. Great job, movie. Great job. Good, brilliant premise to this movie. Good job, Chef Slowick. You're an idiot, and nobody's going to even know why you're an idiot. But then, and then we have it that he's going to, he specifically invites people to the restaurant to kill because he establishes that they are related to him losing his passion for cooking or having been exploited. There's only one problem. Nobody in the restaurant who dies is actually responsible for him losing his passion or, exploiting him. Going back, the passion. This is the nerve of this goddamn movie. It literally, in your face, establishes that you as an audience are brain dead stupid. It was literally a middle finger because he loses his passion. And he doesn't know how to get it back. This movie actually has a goddamn scene where he gets his passion back. At the end of the movie, Margot asks him to make a hamburger or cheeseburger because she saw a picture. I get it. I can go all over the place, but I'm going to try and stay in focus here. The movie actually has it that Margot asks him to make a cheeseburger, and while he's making the cheeseburger, actually gets the passion back into cooking, just a goddamn cheeseburger. And he ignores it. It's like, here, I've got my passion back. And it doesn't matter to him. The movie doesn't even have the chef acknowledge that this is his passion that he's pretending he forgot about. This movie is all about the chef has lost his passion for cooking, then gives him back his passion for cooking, and the chef goes, I don't care. So even if he gets his passion back for cooking, according to this movie, the chef didn't care anyway. So the fact that he lost his passion for cooking, this movie goes, it doesn't matter anyway. Like, this is insane. But then we have the people in the restaurant that he invited. All of them actually invalidate the entire premise of the movie. All of them. Because again, remember, the premise of this dumbass movie is that it's pretending that the reason the chef is the way he is and the reason he wants to kill these people is because they either caused him to lose his passion for cooking or they've exploited him as a chef or they're exploiting chefs, the artistes that are chefs. The actor's assistant. Let's start off with the most blatantly obvious, the actor's assistant. Now remember, the Chef Slowick, specifically made sure that the people that were invited were specifically invited. So Chef Slowick specifically wanted the actor's assistant to be in that restaurant and to die. Here's the problem. The assistant did nothing to be part of the premise of this movie. She did nothing to cause the chef to lose his passion for cooking, and she did nothing to exploit the chef. So there's no reason for him to actually kill the assistant. The movie even knows this. The movie even knows that actually having to kill the assistant makes no sense. So this is what the movie does. It's a cliche standard run-of-the-mill tactic that Hollywood movies do. Because the movie knows there is no legitimate reason to actually kill the assistant, the movie makes it into a humorous situation. They pass it off as a joke. So, because the chef goes, "What college did you go to?" Brown. "Did you get student loans?" "No." "That's why you have to die." Ha ha ha, cute, funny. Here's the problem. The fact that the movie did that is establishing that the movie just now invalidated why the chef is doing what he's doing. According to the movie, the chef is killing everybody because they either caused him to lose his passion for cooking or they've exploited chefs. And then the movie brings the assistant that goes, no, it's not. No, it's not. He's literally not killing people because of the premise we're pretending it is. So the actual people that he invites to the restaurant invalidates the premise this movie is pretending it's about. But then we have the actor. The actor is amazing. Because again, much like the assistant, the actor has no legitimate actually, here's the thing. The actor does actually have a legitimate reason to be killed and be there, but the movie doesn't even realize it. The movie doesn't even apply it. The movie has it, that again, turning it into a joke. He wants to kill the actor because he wasted his day watching a bad movie. First of all, how long was this movie that you wasted a whole day? And second of all, you could have walked out at any time. But again, this movie relies on the chef, Slowick, to be an idiot. But even the movie knows that that's not a good enough reason. Even the movie knows that's not a good reason. So they come up with a bullshit excuse, which was he represents an artist losing his passion. Bullshit excuse, because here's the funny thing. This movie actually established an actual legitimate reason to kill the actor, because the actor is actually exploiting the chef. Because in the beginning of the movie, he establishes, oh, he's a friend of mine, he's my best friend, and we're all buddies. And the movie establishes that the movie has the actor admit he's a name-dropping whore. Why is that important? Because the actor wants to do a traveling food show and wants to name drop the Chef Slowick as a basis to be able to get the show. The actor is actually legitimately exploiting the chef so that he can get a show to revitalize his career. Does the movie actually realize that it can even apply that? Nope. This is how badly written this movie is. This is how badly done this movie is. The writers and the directors and the movie actually establish a legitimate reason for the actor to be there, and they don't even realize it, and they skip it, and they don't even apply it. Like, how incompetent can you be as a writer? How incompetent can you be as a director? Where you literally establish a basis for why the character should be killed, and you don't even apply it because you didn't even realize it. Tyler, we have Tyler. Tyler is got to. Okay, I actually liked Tyler until the movie explained what was going on, and then they actually ruined Tyler. Because the reason I liked Tyler is because I didn't know why he was there. I didn't know why he was there. I didn't know that he was going to die or that he willingly wanted to die at the end of the dinner. So when I slowly see him ignoring everybody, I'm going, holy crap, Tyler's a psycho. And they did it gradually so that it worked, because the first scene kind of showing that he's a little bit psychotic is that he's yelling at Margot, calling her a child and all this stuff. And he's got that fajita or burrito, whatever. And he starts eating it. And so he's yelling at her. He goes, you're a child. You're an idiot. You're embarrassing me. You're doing this stupid. Oh my God, this is good. You got to try this. He literally forgot why he was pissed at her. As soon as he had the food, it was like, oh my God, this guy, all he cares about is the food. When Gregory dies, he doesn't give a rat. That's Gregory. Gregory's another example. This is what this movie's trying to do. With not only the chef, they're also trying to incorporate it with Gregory, where apparently when a chef is burnt out and is no longer happy and is tired of what's going on and doesn't want to do this anymore and he hates what he's doing, instead of doing what every other chef does in the world throughout history, which is leave, They're going, no, 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 no. You see, in this movie, what happens is when you're burnt out, you kill yourself. That's how it works. And it's like, yeah, bullshit. No. Like, again, if I had never seen the movie Chef, I had never seen the movie Burnt, if I had never seen, a restaurant in action, if I'd never actually talked to a chef, if I've never actually talked to people, then yes, I could understand that. But unfortunately, I've actually done some of these things. So I know that premise is pure bullshit. So anyway, back to Tyler. So I ended up liking it. Then when I found out, because one of my favorite scenes is when, I forget which course it is, course 5, but the guys have to go and they have to run and they have to be chased. And they all run, and Tyler's like, I don't give a rat's ass. I want to go back and eat. And there's that scene where the women are eating the course, and there's Tyler looking through the window going, God damn it, I want to eat. Like, Tyler doesn't even care. All he cares about is wanting to eat the food. So I'm watching all this, and they're explaining, and then we get to the end of the movie, and Tyler has to die. And I'm going, why does Tyler have to die? I'm legitimately confused over why Tyler's supposed to die. It's explained to me that the reason Tyler has to die is because he's a foodie. And he's a foodie because he takes 2 pictures of the meal, knows what knows what a Paco Jet is, and knows what a bergamot is. I don't even know if I pronounced it right. This is the movie going, Tyler's a foodie, and because he's a foodie, that's why he has to die. I hate to break it to you, movie, and I hate to break it to you, fans of this movie. Tyler is not a foodie. Tyler is a fanboy. Tyler is quite literally the exact type of customer that the chef is saying that he wants. Tyler may know all of the ins and outs and all of the, like he's supposed to be demystifying how it works. Here's the problem. Even though Tyler understands the mechanics and has demystified what it means and how it's cooked, guess what? He doesn't care. He still loves and enjoys the food. You can literally you can take away the mystery of how the food is cooked, and Tyler doesn't care. He still loves every bit of it. He is willing to go to this 5-star restaurant and die. The only reason he is able to get to that restaurant is the chef tells him, you can come to my restaurant and partake in the meal, but at the end of it, you gotta die. And Tyler went, no problem. Name me a foodie. Name me any foodie in the history of the invention of the internet or the invention of, cooking, where a foodie, go on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. Go on anywhere in social media. Go anywhere on the internet. You show me any foodie, any so-called foodie, and you go who will go to a 5-star restaurant, be told that after you finish your meal, you're gonna get killed. We're gonna kill you, and they're gonna go yes. Well, yeah, because that's what foodies do. That's what foodies do. Foodies go to a restaurant and then willingly get themselves killed at the end of the meal. Like, are you stupid? Are you idiots? Are you idiots? That is not a foodie. That is a fanboy. This is a guy who worships Chef Slowick. He worships the guy. He worships him to the point where he is willing, not only is he willing to die, he is willing to sacrifice an innocent person just so that he can have a meal. Not only is he, name me a foodie that'll do that. Name me a foodie that will actually sacrifice the life of another person to be able to go eat a meal at a 5-star restaurant. Oh, wait, in the comments, mention a foodie who will willingly sacrifice another human being's life to go to a 5-star restaurant and is willing to have themselves be killed at the end of the meal. Because that apparently is what foodie culture is. No, it's not, morons. That's fanboy cult worshiping mentality. He's not a fanboy. He is everything Chef Slowick is pretending that he says that he wants from a customer, where he will. You have a customer who is willing to die to eat your food. Name me a better customer than that. Name me a better customer who is willing to kill themselves to eat your food. That's Tyler. This movie has absolutely no idea what it's doing. But because Tyler took 2 pictures, knows what a Paco Jet is, and knows what a Bergamot is, that somehow cancels out that he's willing to die to eat at this restaurant. This movie is brain dead stupid. This movie is so ridiculous. Then we have the old couple, the rich couple. Why do the rich couple have to die? The chef goes to him, I'll tell you what. I'll let you live if you can remember the last time, one of the things that you ate at my restaurant. And see, here's a tactic that this movie does. And they do it with the Investment Bros and a few others. When they don't actually have a legitimate reason to kill someone, they try to make it so that they're a bad person so that the audience doesn't feel bad for them getting killed. So with the assistant and the actor, they were a joke. They were made humorous. They were also screwed up beyond all repair, and they also help invalidate the whole point of this movie. But it was passed off as a joke. With the Investment Bros and the old couple, you're meant to have them be they're meant to be portrayed as bad people. So then you as an audience don't feel bad when they get killed. And they do this by establishing that apparently the gentleman hired Margot as an escort and had her do something that was questionable. I'm not going to get into the reasons why, it's not important. And so he basically cheated on his wife. So because he cheated on his wife, that's what the movie is ingraining inside of the audience, so that the audience doesn't feel bad that he gets killed. Because they have no other legitimate reason. That's the only reason Margot's there. Margot serves no purpose to this movie. None at all. Nothing she does changes anything. She does, and she's also an idiot, but I'll get to Margot in a bit. Like, Margot's only basis for being in this movie is to falsely establish that the old man is a bad person, and so the audience doesn't feel too bad when he gets his finger cut off and he eventually gets killed. So the chef goes, name a food that you ate. Now, according to this movie, they've been going to that restaurant for about 5 years. And during those 5 years, they've been to that restaurant about 11 times. So let's say once every 6-7 months. The chef is asking the old man, tell me what you ate 7 months ago when you were here. And he can't. And those of you in the audience are going, well, that's a legitimate reason to kill him. Because the old couple could not remember what they ate 7 months ago, you as an audience member legitimized their ability to get killed. So for all of you who love this movie, and for all of you who legitimized that old couple should die because they don't remember, I'm going to ask you, what did you eat at a restaurant 7 months ago? Because if you can't remember, you deserve to die. According to you, you deserve to die because you didn't remember what you ate at a restaurant 7 months ago. Oh, and not only that, I forgot to mention this. They actually believe that they deserve to die. That's how pathetic this movie is. This movie is actually trying to legitimize that the old couple believe that they deserve to die because they couldn't remember a meal they ate 7 months ago. You're out of your goddamn mind. The assistant willingly had herself set on fire because she didn't pay for her college degree. And she goes, you know what? Since I didn't pay for my college degree, I deserve to die. That's how pathetic and useless this movie is. This movie is trying to establish to the audience, to me, that the assistant legitimately believes she should be killed and willingly had herself set on fire because she didn't pay for her college education. This movie can go screw itself. I have seen comic book movies that are full of brain dead stupid that were better written than this crappy movie. I have seen comic book movies and pop culture movies with less plot holes and brain dead stupid than this movie. Because this movie is ridiculous. It's beyond comprehension on how stupid this movie is. I'm like flabbergasted watching. I had to tap out of this movie 3 times. 3 times I tapped out of this movie. And I kept coming back because I was told, oh, it'll get better. You'll like it. It'll be good. It'll be good. They'll explain everything. They didn't explain shit. Then we have the investment bros. Now, what did the investment bros do to exploit the chef or cause him to lose his passion for cooking? They gave him the seed money to build his restaurant. The bastards! How weak of an attempt at trying to connect the investment bros to the premise of the movie. Here's the thing, though. The movie knows that's a bullshit connection. It's a bullshit connection. So they did with the investment bros what they did with the old man. They invented some bullshit stuff to make it so that they were assholes and that they were criminals so that you as the audience don't have a problem with them dying. Here's the problem with the investment bros dying. They're assholes. Here's one of the side benefits of being an asshole. You don't care that you're an asshole. Well, if you don't care that you're an asshole, if you don't care that you got away with the crime, why would these investment bros who know they're assholes, don't care that they're assholes, but suddenly are going, yes, we deserve to die for something we literally do not give a rat's ass about having done in the goddamn first place? I swear to God, this movie deserves... I'm trying not to get deleted or censored or whatever. I so want to give this movie a middle finger because this movie deserves a middle finger almost every 10 minutes of this stupid-ass movie. It is absolutely ridiculous. There is no connection to the investment bros actually being part of what the premise is pretending to be. Then we have Lilith, and I think that Toadie, I originally thought that was his assistant, but apparently it's a publisher. They don't need to die either. Because the movie's going, we need to establish that she's a mean person. So we're going to have her critique the food as they're eating it. Only one problem. The movie also has Lilith praise the food as well. She finds things she doesn't like, and she calls it out, but then she finds things she does like, and she points it out. You know, like how a food critic works. That's how a food critic works. I'm sorry, Chef Slowick, but that's how food critics work. Like, they tried to make this big joke over, I don't know what it was, that little testing thing. And there's that little bowl, and I forget what it was, but she goes, it's cracked. And she not only does she complain it's cracked, she actually justifies why she complains. She goes, you'd figure at this level of skill, that wouldn't happen. Now, for all of you who are fans of this movie, is she right? Is she right? Yes. So because she legitimately called out an issue with the food, she's a bad person and deserves to die. No, the movie knows this. The movie knows that Lilith doesn't deserve to die because nothing she's done actually contributes to what this movie is pretending is the basis of the film. So what do? Oh, she's a bad person because she caused 2 restaurants to close down. Have any of you who like this movie, have any of you seen the movie Ratatouille? Have any of you seen the movie Ratatouille? Because in the movie Ratatouille, there's a food critic who's more of an asshole than Lilith, and he caused restaurants to be closed. When you watch that movie, did any of you go, oh yeah, the food critic in the movie Ratatouille needs to die? Nope. Nope. Because he's doing his job. The food critic in Ratatouille believes that he is doing a public service. Now, Lilith does as well. As far as Lilith is concerned, she's doing a public service. You are paying $1,200 for a meal. You better get perfect service. The movie knows that she's doing her job. You as an audience are going, we need to come up with some brain dead stupid excuse to get mad at her, and that's what the movie does. She does not contribute to the chef losing his passion for cooking. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Because it's not the pressure. If it's the pressure, then get out of the 5-star restaurant. She's going, you want to play at this level. If you can't, the whole point of Lilith is going to the chef and going, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't play at the 5-star level, get out of the 5-star level. Get out of the 5-star restaurant business. That's the whole point of Lilith. And the chef is going, no, you're at fault. I can't handle the heat. It's your fault. Bullshit. Every 5-star restaurant is going under this pressure. And if you can't handle the pressure, get out of the kitchen, bitch. Sorry, Slowick. You are in the wrong. You are in the wrong, not Lilith. Lilith is playing the game. This is the game. She's not exploiting you. She's not causing you to lose your passion for cooking. She's playing the game. You got in the game. You're at fault for wanting to play the game. And guess what? You suck at the game. Chef Slowick wanted to play the game of a 5-star restaurateur and realized he can't cut it any more than Gregory could. The movie establishes that Chef Slowick can't play the game. He sucks at it. And instead of getting out, he basically pouts, holds his breath, and goes, I'm just going to kill everybody. Because he's a spoiled little shit. So it's his fault that he's in this position. Nobody else's. Did I miss anybody? The publisher. He's just there to, say what, pander to her and make her feel special. He's a toady. He's a toady. Sorry, Chef Slowick, he's a toady. He has nothing to do with causing you to lose your passion, and he has nothing to do with exploiting you. He's a toady. And the movie knows this, so they don't even bother with him. They ignore him. They don't even bother giving a reason for the publisher because there is none. And again, remember, Slowick specifically wanted these people there. It's not that Slowick wanted Lilith and she just happened to bring the publisher. Slowick specifically wanted the publisher. Slowick specifically wanted the assistant. Slowick specifically wanted the actor. Slowick specifically wanted the old couple. He specifically wanted Tyler, who again, I'm going to try to remind you, is a fanboy of the chef. Then we have Margot. Here's the thing about Margot. Margot is in this movie as yet another cliche trick of Hollywood movies. Margot is there to represent. See, Margot's an innocent. Margot's not supposed to be there. Margot is an innocent, as the chef Slowick says. Margot is there in the movie to represent the audience. She's the audience's eyes and ears and nose and experience. We are experiencing. Margot is there for the audience to experience the movie through. She's like the avatar that you experience the movie through. And because of that, the movie takes advantage of that. Because you as an audience, being mostly brain dead stupid, what the movie is doing is when Margot reacts to something, that is you, the audience, going, oh, we're supposed to react to that. When Margot reacts to Gregory dying, that's the cue for you as an audience to go, oh, because Margot is the avatar that represents us, because she's shocked at, like when everybody else was shocked, was no big deal. Once Margot got shocked, that was the cue for the audience to go, oh, you're supposed to be shocked because the character representing you is shocked. Whenever she does anything or reacts the way she does, that's the movie establishing you as the audience. That's your cue to react the same way. Here's the flip side to it. When Margot doesn't react to something, when Margot doesn't do something or ignore something, that's the cue for the audience to go, oh, since Margot isn't reacting to it, we're not supposed to react to it. When Margot doesn't do something, we as an audience are going, oh, it's because nothing's supposed to happen. I will give you a good example. Seeing as how Margot is an innocent, once Gregory kills himself, Margot should have been on her goddamn phone calling the police, calling the ambulance, because as far as she knew, Gregory just killed himself. Nobody else had to do it. Nobody else had to call the police or the ambulance. Margot had to do it because Margot is the avatar and the representation of the audience. So Margot was supposed to have called the police. She doesn't. The movie doesn't have Margot call the police. And that's the movie transferring that onto the audience and the audience is going, oh, since Margot didn't call the police, she wasn't supposed to call the police. She doesn't have to call the police because the movie has Margot do what the movie wants her to do so that you can have the dumbass movie that you have. The audience connects with Margot, so when she does something, they react that way. When she doesn't do something, the audience is going, oh yeah, that's because that's not supposed to happen. You see, Margot is the eyes and ears for the audience, which is why she goes, oh my God, I gotta talk about it. The phone, we gotta talk about the phone. Apparently, this restaurant doesn't have phone service. What moron builds a 5-star restaurant on an island that doesn't have phone service? What's his name? Doug, the guy that owned it. So what? So let me see if I get this straight. Doug goes, hey, I like this island. I want to build a 5-star restaurant on it. And the real estate agent goes, well, Doug, I hate to let you know, though, but there's no phone service. And Doug goes, yeah, no problem. Who would build a 5-star restaurant without phone service? Oh, and by the way, this restaurant has been open for at least 5 years. Apparently, nobody in the last 5 years who went to this restaurant ever used their cell phone. never called anybody, never got a call from anybody, because if they had, guess what they would have put on their reviews? That if you go to this restaurant, be warned, there's no cell phone service. Anybody who would have known that would have been the old couple, because they've been there 11 times, and Tyler, who is basically studied this. I can't remember. I can't even remember the name of the restaurant because I don't really care. They should have known that there's no cell phone service. Why is there no cell phone service? And here's the thing. I understand why there's no cell phone service for the movie, but that could have easily been fixed. You could have had it that they disconnected the cell phone service for that night. Like maybe there was an antenna or with a satellite dish, or they blew up the transmitter or whatever. They did it so that for that night there was no cell phone service. But the movie's going, nah, we don't have to, because the audience doesn't care. And guess what? You did it. You did. If you didn't care that the assistant had to die for no reason, and if you didn't care that the assistant was willing to sacrifice and kill herself for such a stupid-ass reason, do you honestly think you're going to give a rat's ass about why there's no cell phone service? You're idiots. You don't care. So the movie's going, if they're going to buy this stupid with the assistant, we can do whatever the hell we want. No one's going to care. And that's exactly what they did. So eventually, Margot ends up getting on the chef's good side. I need a minute for this. The chef tells Margot, go to the smokehouse, I think it was, and go get a barrel. And Margot leaves. And I'm looking at the movie and I go, I swear to God, if Margot actually goes to the smokehouse to get a barrel and she's that goddamn stupid, I'm out of here. What happens? She goes to the smokehouse. Why? Oh, so she can find a knife. Cool. Except she ends up going to the goddamn cottage. She goes into the kitchen. Utensils anywhere? The main floor of the cottage looks like is a replica of the restaurant. You figure if Slovic is living in the house, he's got, I don't know, kitchen equipment for cooking, utensils. So this is how pathetic the movie is. Margot couldn't go to the cottage to get a knife. She had to go to the smokehouse to get a knife. And I'm going, why would Margot need a knife? There's no guards in the house. There's nobody in the house. The movie established that none of the staff is allowed in the house. So why would she need a knife? And then, what's her face? Esla shows up, and I'm going, why the hell is Esla there? Like, I'm legitimately going, why is Esla there in the goddamn first place? Apparently, Esla wants to kill Margot because she doesn't want Margot to replace her. Replace her as what? Oh, and by the way, Esla, you're gonna be dead in 2 hours, you moron! Hey, movie, did you actually forget that Esla's gonna be dead in 2 hours? Did you actually have it that Esla forgot that she's gonna be dead in 2 hours? Did you actually have Esla forget that Margot is gonna be dead in 2 hours? But apparently, despite the fact that they're both going to be dead in about 2 or 3 hours, this movie has the balls. Again, this is another FU. This is the movie giving you, the audience, another FU on how stupid you have to be to understand, to accept what's going on. This movie had it that Esla, who knows that she's going to be dead in 2 or 3 hours and that Margot's going to be dead in 2 or 3 hours, wants to kill Margot so that she doesn't replace her. And I'm going, why is this even happening? Why are they fighting? Why is this confrontation even happening? And then the movie gives me and you, the audience, another middle finger. Ursula has the key to the locked silver door. Why? She's not allowed in the house, movie. Remember? Hey, movie, you established earlier in the film that no staff members are allowed in the cottage. Well, if Ursula's not allowed in the cottage, why would she have a key to a private door to Slovik's private room? No reason. No reason. But this is the movie trying to figure out how do we have it that Margot can get the key to be able to unlock the door to Slovik's private room. Oh, here's an idea. We'll just have Ursula show up with the key for no reason whatsoever. Absolutely no goddamn reason whatsoever. That entire scene with Ursula is their pathetic attempt at trying to justify the key being in there so that Margot can go in. How is this not blatantly obvious to you guys? Well, of course not. You're idiots. You're the same people that have no problem, and I'll say it again. I will point it out over and over again. You're the same idiots that didn't have a problem with the assistant being killed for a nothing reason and was willing to kill herself and willingly die for a nothing reason. Of course you didn't have a problem with Ursula having the key. Then she gets in the room. And she finds a shortwave radio. And I'm going, okay, so what? It's not like she knows how to use a shortwave radio. Apparently she does. Apparently she does. The fact that she pushed the button and started it, that shocked me more than anything. It's like, oh my God, how did she even know to do that? She just fluked it. Apparently, she knows how to use a shortwave radio. Fine, I'll let that go. I'll let that go. For the sake of the movie, I'll let that go. But if you notice, they skipped a part where Margot calls for help. And there's a reason they skipped the part where Margot calls for help. Because she would be explaining that the entire staff is holding them hostage. That the chef wants to kill them. Please send a squad of police officers to help us. You see, if they had shown Margot talking to the police to ask for assistance, she would have asked for police officers. What ends up happening? One police officer shows up and he honks the horn. I don't know what the proper term is. I don't own a boat. But he honks the horn to let them know that they're there. Hostage situation. Margot is would have had to have informed the police that they are in a hostage situation, and the police would have gone, okay, to avoid suspicion, go back to the restaurant so that the chef doesn't suspect anything. Why else? If the police are coming, why would Margot go back? She would just sit at the dock waiting for the police. But she goes back to the restaurant. Why? Because the police would have said, we don't want him to raise any suspicions, act like everything's normal, go back to the restaurant. And then the boat shows up and honks the horn to let Slovak know, hey, we're here in case you're wondering. So what was the point of Margot going back to the restaurant? I hope whoever wrote this movie doesn't do a heist film because they'd suck at it because it would be broken, as just as broken as this movie. But then we see this one police officer, and I'm going, this doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense that there's a police officer who doesn't know, who's not really sure why he's there. And I'm watching the movie and I'm going, I swear to God, if he's in on this, I'm done with this movie. This is the second time. If this police officer is in on this, I'm out of here. And guess what? He's in on it. I was out again. And I was going, no. I was told, no, it's all going to be planned out. It's all going to be worked out. It's all going to make sense. There's already the brain dead stupid of just having the one police officer. But here's where the movie gives yet another middle finger to me and to the audience. Let me see if I get this straight. Slowick took all of the possible contingency plans he could think of. One of the contingency plans was, because again, you have to understand, the shortwave radio was a setup, and the police officer was set up, which meant that Slowick actually planned for the contingency for him to have set up that shortwave radio to call the police. Slowick had to prepare for the contingency that somebody would have been able to have left the restaurant without him knowing. Impossible. There's the way the movie's established. There's no way, because they all left it. They all left even when all the men left. Even when all the men left and were running through the forest, they were all caught easily. None of them went to the cottage. But let's say one of them did. Let's say that was the contingency plan in case one of the men went to the cottage. Okay. How did they break into the room? How did they get into the locked door? They don't have a key. So apparently, according to this brain dead stupid movie, Chef Slowick planned for the contingency of somebody being able to get to the cottage and somehow get the key to his private chambers. How would they have gotten the key? Nobody knew that there was a locked door in the cottage in the goddamn first place, and nobody would have assumed that they would have to go into that locked door for any reason. So Slowick planned for the contingency that people would have been able to have left the restaurant without his knowledge, gone to the cottage, somehow have gotten the key to unlock the locked door, and would have known how to actually use a shortwave radio. No, there's no way Slowick prepared for that. There's no way Slowick could have prepared for that. It's impossible. It's not even in the realm of possibility. It's not even a 0.001% chance. But apparently, this movie had it that Slowick prepared for that contingency as if it was supposed to happen, as if that was a natural possibility. This movie can go screw itself. And you fans of this movie can go screw yourself, because that's how stupid you are. And if that's not enough, I already kind of covered about, she orders the hamburger, and she actually establishes Chef Slowick remembering the passion, and the movie goes, yeah, we don't give a shit, because the fact that he lost, again, to reiterate, the movie literally has Chef Slowick regain his passion for cooking, and it didn't matter, which is the movie establishing, yeah, you know how we said that we're pretending that this movie is about him losing his passion? Yeah, that's bullshit. Because we actually have the balls to show him remembering his passion and still not caring, which invalidates the fact that he actually cared about losing his passion for cooking. But then he lets her go. This. And I'm watching her leave, and I'm going, where are you going? Where are you going to go? There's no boat. Oh, because there is a boat, but I forgot about this. This is how this restaurant works. a boat shows up to drop off the people, and then the boat leaves. And then the boat doesn't come back for another 4.5 hours, 5 hours. There's no boat at the dock in case anybody, like again, there's no boat, there's no cell phone service. Heaven forbid somebody suffer a heart attack. Somebody suffer some kind of illness or injury or damage. Heaven forbid, a pipe bursts or something doesn't work. This is another reason why this restaurant not having cell phone service is so blatantly stupid. There's no medical bay. We see where they live. We see where the staff lives. We see the cottage. We see the smokehouse. We see the honeycombs. We see the honeybees. But do we see a medical thing? No, because apparently nobody gets hurt when they get there. This is what I mean by these are little things that take away the believability of the movie. So anyway, so there's no boat, there's no cell phone service. They're making it so that they're trying to make this they're trying to use a slasher flick mentality in a thriller movie. It doesn't work with anybody with a functioning brain, which is why apparently I didn't like it and so many of you did. So I'm wondering where she's going. I'm going, oh, okay. There's the boat that the fake police officer came in. And it's like, so what? It's not like she knows how to, what's the word I'm looking for? Control a boat. I'm not a mariner, so I don't know what the proper terminology is. I'll just say, I can't say pilot the boat. Steer the boat. She doesn't know how to control the boat. She doesn't know how to control the boat, so what good is it? Nope. According to the movie, all you got to do is just randomly, move a few things, and all of a sudden, the boat magically starts, and she's able to sail off. I don't even care if I get. I don't care if I get. But this movie, if this movie is gonna do this to me as an audience member, I'm gonna do the exact same thing back to this movie. She knows how to control a boat by randomly pushing things. And to add insult to injury, again, a little thing. She docks the boat perfectly. How? She doesn't even know how to steer the goddamn thing. You got Margot. Now, a little thing would have been, have it that Margot crashes the boat into the docks. That would have at least have been an attempt at trying to make it realistic. It would have been a small little thing to make it go, well, yeah, she doesn't know how to steer. She doesn't know how to brake. She doesn't know how to dock. So all she could do is just, crash into the dock, and she got off. No, the movie goes, we don't give a shit. We don't give a damn. If the audience is dumb enough to think that she can drive the boat, then the audience is going to be dumb enough to accept that she can park it. This is the movie going, we're going to do whatever brain dead stupid we want, and we're going to get away with it because we have an audience of brain dead morons who don't know the difference anyway. I'm sure there's more stupid that I didn't cover, but I've been at this for like an hour and I'm done. I don't care anymore. I'm sorry that I had to demystify this movie for you, but God knows somebody has to do it, and ain't nobody else gonna do it. So might as well be me because I'm here for you. I do this for you. It's just the kind of guy I am. I literally have to make a video explaining the stupid in movies because you guys are too stupid to notice the stupid on your own. Anyway, rant over. Got out of my system. I'm good. I don't even know what I don't even know what other movie I can even watch. Like, I'd ask for recommendations, but seeing as how you morons think The Menu was a good movie, why would I take your opinions on anything? Like, I'm going to take the opinion of people who thought The Menu was a good movie as a recommendation. What are you, nuts? People who thought the so many of these superhero movies. Those of you who thought Spider-Man No Way Home is good, I'm going to take your recommendations for comic book movies. I can't even take recommendations. Oh man. The state of movies nowadays is just. I get it. I'm not the target audience because apparently I have, a functioning brain and I can actually have critical thinking skills. So apparently I'm not the target audience for movies nowadays. Anyway, had to get that out. I saw the movie. I had to rant. I had to this. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I still got I still get to deal with was that damsel, that stupid ass Barbie movie, and oh, apparently there's gonna be a third King Kong movie, and I gotta point out how stupid Kong versus Godzilla was. I gotta go through the oh man I can't handle you people. I really can't. I can't handle Hollywood. I can't handle you people. It's just anyway. I'm getting into babbling territory. I apologize. Okay, I'm out of here. See ya. God knows when.